Hello, welcome to Process Guy. This is the part 1 of the series, so you want to learn CSS. In this video, we will be introducing you to CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS describes how HTML elements should be rendered on the browser. You can write CSS code in 3 major ways. Inline method. By using the style attribute of an HTML element, which is what we have been using throughout the HTML series. This method is used to add a unique styling to an element. 2. Style element. This is by wrapping our CSS code inside the style element. 3. In an external file with the .css extension, which is an external style sheet file, you can change the look or entire website by changing just one file. This method is recommended for any serious projects you are working on. How do you write CSS? First, you need to identify the elements you want to style and find the appropriate selector that can represent it. Then you add your style in a block of code. The selector points to the HTML element or elements you want to style, while the declaration section contains one or more declarations separated by semicolon. Each declaration is divided into 2 parts, which are CSS property name and CSS property value. H1 is a selector in CSS. It points to an HTML element in your document. Text align is a CSS property, and center is the value of the property. Types of selectors. We have 5 major types of selectors. For this video, our focus will be only on the simple selector. The simple selector allows you to find HTML elements by name, ID, or class. To find elements by name, you simply use the name of the element. Like in this our case, we are using H1 as the name of the element. Finding elements by class. We need to have assigned the class attribute to an element with a value. We can use heading as the attribute value. Then, as part of the requirement, we have to use a period as in a dot followed by heading. We can then go ahead and declare our style. Finding element by ID. This is the same as finding element by class, only that we then need to replace the class with an ID. We then set the value of the ID. The value of the ID must be unique across the web page. Instead of a period, in the case of a class, we use an hash sign. Finally, we can then declare our style. The CSS Universal Selector. The Universal Selector allows you to use the asterisk sign to select all HTML elements in the page and apply the style that you've defined to them. The Grouping Selector selects all the HTML elements with the same definition. Say we have another example that defines H2 and H1, and that's header 1 and header 2, and both of them have the same styling, meaning they have color red and also aligned to the center. So instead of duplicating the CSS styling, you could actually use one style to capture H1 and H2 by differentiating the selector with a comma sign. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like, share, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to encourage us to make more content like this. If you have any feedback for us, kindly drop it in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Thank you.